let's say you were just bitten by a rabid dog, but now what? Luckily, there's generally a period where the rabies virus will remain in muscle cells for several days to even several months, but after this, it'll leave the muscle cell and attempt to enter the neurons. When the virus reaches the neuron, it binds to a receptor and forces the cell to take it in. When it does so, the machinery that the cell uses is actually incomplete. The machinery includes the proteins clathrin, which helps stabilize the membrane, and actin, which helps to bend it. Together they form a vesicle. From inside the vesicle, the virus hijacks the cell's internal transport system, making it bring the vesicle to the cell body, where the virus escapes and releases its RNA for the cell to translate into proteins. One of the proteins that gets made is called the M protein. The M protein binds to import-export machinery in the mitochondria. This prevents ATP, which is the cell's major source of energy, from leaving the mitochondria and reaching the rest of the cell. When the ATP in the cell begins to decline, it causes the mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum, which is a membranous structure found throughout the cell, to both release calcium ions. The buildup of calcium ions interacts with actin, a structural filament that helps hold the cell's shape, causing that actin to destabilize. Similar to a building that has its beams removed, the neuron loses its shape and the cell collapses. This is the basis of neurodegeneration.
Wait, don't we have an immune system to stop that?
Yes, we have two types of immune systems. One is called innate, and it's non-specific. The other is called adaptive, and it targets specific pathogens. Usually, the innate immune system involves an infected cell that detects the virus and makes signals called interferons, which it sends to neighboring cells so that they can make antiviral proteins. These proteins block the virus from spreading and activate the adaptive immune system. Rabies virus also has a P protein, which binds to the protein in charge of detecting the virus, preventing the cell from creating interferons, and without them, other cells are not warned, and the early adaptive immune response isn't activated, so the virus remains undetected and continues spreading. Thankfully, researchers have created vaccines which are used to help infected individuals fight the virus. Inactivated rabies vaccines contain a dead or inactive form of the virus. The dead virus's glycoproteins, which is a protein on the outside of the virus that has a sugar attached to it, triggers the adaptive immune response. One of these responses is called the Th2 response, where antigen-presenting cells, called dendritic cells, learn the identity of the rabies virus's glycoprotein and activate T cells specifically against the virus. Those T cells go on to activate B cells to produce specific antibodies that will attach to the virus's glycoproteins when that virus exits muscle cells to move through the muscle to get to the neurons. Antibodies prevent the virus from moving cell to cell, and they also cause them to clump together so that they can easily be grabbed by cells like macrophages, which will ingest them, kill them, and remove them from the body. It's possible for the dendritic cells to find the virus without the vaccine, but without the primary alarm from antiviral proteins, this detection happens far too late, as the virus will have already entered the nervous system. There are many types of these vaccines, and the vaccines save hundreds of lives a year.